Tyler, the Creator, call me if you get lost. Album review, let's chat about it. Hey guys, what's going on? John here from What's Spinning here tonight to chat about the latest from Tyler, the Creator. California-based MC, you may know him back in the day from alternative hip-hop collective Odd Future, who, not for nothing, the guy is on a serious creative streak right now. In his early days, he was sort of this outsider putting out weird tapes like Bastard and Goblin, as well as Wolf, who at the time, say what you will, they really put him on the map and got a lot of eyes on him in a big way very quickly. Now, there's a lot of things about these albums that have not exactly aged particularly well. However, in the last couple of years, Tyler has matured quite a bit, to say the very least, between the alternative hip-hop fantastic album Flower Boy, as well as his weird neo-soul and funk project Igor, which was really great as well. Now, I was chatting with a friend of mine recently. I personally haven't really dug a lot of rap music this year. There's not been that many hip-hop albums that have just, grabbed me and shook me and really stuck with me. Well, let me just say this. This here is the album that I have been craving all year by far. This album starts off with Sir Baudelaire, and it's a pretty short and sweet intro, but it's one that hypes me up for the rest of this project so much. The jazzy instrumental is definitely something I would have, gravitated towards in the early 2000s. And Tyler's incredibly smooth verse here is just so velvety and say what you want. I think that DJ Drama really does a great job of hyping this album up and taking it to the next level, especially here. Then we get Corso, which, to be honest, let's just get the elephant right out of the room as it stands. This is a hard left turn from him. I mean, Scumfuck Flower Boy was just so breezy, and his last album was full of weirdo funk and neo-soul. This is much more jazzy. His raps are much more aggressive and hardcore. This is great. It's even a little bit on the more experimental side of things, which I personally love. I also really love the braggadocious bars, something we haven't heard from him in a while, but he sounds great here. Not only that, but this just sounds like the next logical step for Tyler. With his Cherry Bomb album years ago, that was such a disaster. It came off as like an album that was supposed to be like this big, inner workings of his mind album. It just sounded like absolute trash. But then we get this, and this is genuinely experimental and freaky and really creative. Then we have Lemonhead featuring 42 Doug, and this is the banger of the album by far. There's always one, and this is a really great one. It's grisly. Tyler sounds genuinely dangerous. His wordplay is really sharp too. And 42 Doug's guest spot is fine. Sounds like it belongs here. This is just another really great track. Not only that, but it's a great wake-up call. Then we have Wusyaname featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Young Boy Never Broke Again, and this track is so smooth. This is the silky R&B tune that I really didn't expect to hear here, but hey, here it is. And it works really nicely. I love the spacey synths, and Ty Dolla $ign and Young Boy Never Broke Again sound great here. Lumberjack is just an all-around fantastic track. Lyrically, this almost reminds me of something off of Wolf, but I love the bulky production. I love how twisted and grisly this is. And some of his lines here are wild. Then we have Hot Wind Blows featuring Lil Wayne. This is the breezy, jazzy rap that I'm always gonna love no matter how old I get. It almost sounds like something out of Madlib's catalog, especially his Madlib's Medicine Show series, if you've listened to that. Tyler sounds completely refreshed, totally in control. This is a great track. Even Lil Wayne's contributions here. And if you know this channel, you know that Lil Wayne, I've never really been able to understand or get his popularity. He's not my cup of tea personally, but here, he sounds great. I'm just so happy listening to this album. This is just such a feel-good rap album for me because I've been wanting a great one for so long, and boy did we ever get a good one here. I have a lot of the same feelings on Massa. This one goes into Tyler really finding what makes him happy in life, diving deeper into those things. And this slick, dusty production is just so complimentary to this style. Not only that, but the nostalgic lyrics here, bringing up Cherry Bomb and Yonkers, God, forgot about Yonkers, is really tasteful as well. There are a few tracks here that I just personally don't like, they're not for me. Run It Up featuring Tizo Touchdown is definitely one of them. Production-wise, it's not the worst. Once again, it actually reminds me a lot of like Wolf-era Tyler. But so far, this album has been classy, well-written, you know, just well thought out. And this track just kind of spits in the face of all of that. This is repetitive, awfully so. It's a real sore thumb on the album. It doesn't even sound like it belongs here. I mean, Tyler's performance is okay, but I just know that he could do so much better. It's just not the complete package for me. And surprisingly, I'm not really into Sweet I Thought You Wanted to Dance either. I actually do like the instrumental here, I like the glossy synths. The groovy funk is here as well. I mean, that's not the issue. If you listen to Tyler's Igor album, you'll know that he can pull off this sound very well. And you know what? I see what he was getting at here. Creativity points, you get all of them, Tyler. I mean, for a 9-minute track, there are certainly elements to this that I can look at and say, yeah, that's pretty decent. But for me, I think Wilshire is much better. The Mama Talk interlude as well is just, it's fine, but honestly, I'm just so over Sweet that I wish they just skipped over this. I mean, as far as Blessed goes, as far as a flex goes, I can't help but smile at this and just appreciate how far Tyler's come and be happy for his success. But I feel like these bars could have been added to another track very easily too. Outside of that though, this is easily one of the most creative and enthralling and engaging rap albums I've heard all year. Manifesto featuring Damo Genesis, fantastic. Tyler has reached a level of confidence in himself to put out a track like this, and it makes me so happy. I love the big, bulky beat here, and Damo Genesis, who I always had such high hopes for in the Odd Future days because I thought he was really sharp. He sounds great here. It almost makes me feel like it's time to revisit some of his later material. The two of them here, they have a lot of chemistry. This is such a hyped, intense track. I love it. Then we have Rise featuring Daisy World. This album continues to really surprise me and hype me up in ways I didn't think it was going to. I love the throwback grizzly beat here, and DJ Drama's ad-libs throughout most of this album really do a great job of exciting me and adding to Tyler's work. And the beats switch up in the second half, classy as hell. I love Daisy World's sung hook, and Tyler just continues to show how much he's grown. Juggernaut featuring Lil Uzi Vert and Pharrell is one of the weirder tracks here. I mean, I will say this, as far as a genre goes, this album's pretty hard to put your finger down on. There are some alternative rap vibes here, but it goes pretty freaking hard as well. Lil Uzi's feature, fantastic, and Pharrell and Tyler just have chemistry together. It's been shown for plenty of times in the past. And I personally love Wilshire. I think for a long-form song, I think it's great. It's got a groovy beat, and personally, I think Tyler's storytelling here is mesmerizing. And you know what the big scoop about this track is? That it was recorded in one take. And you know what? Maybe if it wasn't, this could have been even better. You know, your thoughts on that are your thoughts, but I personally love this. And for a finale, Safari is really exciting. Love the glamorous instrumental. Tyler wraps up a lot of the themes of this album. And I love the odd lo-fi beat quite a bit. This shows me that Tyler can get even more experimental and weird and try even more new things. Like, where to next, man? Let's do it. I mean, leave it to Tyler, the Creator, to really just shake things up once again. The breezy alternative rap of Flower Boy and the weird neo-soul and funk of Igor is behind us. And in its place, we get a dusty, old-school jazz rap with some hardcore hip-hop vibes album. And you know what? Between the really solid features and DJ Drama's ad-libs and production and presence on this album, I'm gonna be honest, this feels like a happening. You know what? This is a happening. If Tyler wasn't already one of the most fearless and creative MCs in the game right now, this album confirms it. Easily my favorite rap project of the year so far. I'm feeling a very strong 8 on this album, but let me know what you guys think down below. If you like the video, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let me know down below what you would like for me to chat about in the future. And until next time, have a great day, guys.